then we have some things we need to address today for the ducks. It's getting to that time of year where I love coming out here for morning chores because the sun is up and it's just beautiful. It's absolutely cold this morning. There's frost everywhere, but it's so pretty with the sun shining on it. But it is supposed to warm up today, so that'll be nice. Anyways, I am out to take care of the animals, and then we have some things we need to address today for the ducks. Door's not open. Really, pick that up. So Drake is actually not out here with them right now, the Appleyard Drake. He is in the barn. Let me tell you why. So it's springtime, obviously, and which in the animal world is breeding season, and we don't have enough hens to go around. So our Pekin Drake over here has actually been really aggressive with the Appleyard Drake. He chases him off all the time. He will bite him. He'll grab onto him and not let go of him. Last night he wouldn't let him in the barn, chased him into the woods. He's been actually not letting him in the barn a lot lately. We just don't have enough hens to go around for them. So, that being said, we actually want to split them up by breed for breeding purposes so that we can hatch out some more Pekins and some more Appleyards, and we wanted them to be like purebreds. So, that is our plan for these weeks, is to split up the two separate types of ducks into two smaller flocks so that we can breed them, and then we'll have more hens and more meat and everything. But in order to do that, we have a couple things we need to do first. Number one is finding a way to feed the ducks here on the goat side of the pen without the goats being able to get to their food, because it would make them sick. So we had to figure out a feeder for that. And then also this fence over here, we did chicken wire part way down, but we never actually finished it, and the hens for the most part don't go back and forth anymore. It's not really a huge deal for them, except when we were trying to lock them up from the fox. However, one of the Appleyard hens likes to go back and forth through the fence a lot, and that kind of defeats the purpose of separating them. So we need to finish working on that fence, and then we'll be able to split them up. So let's go ahead and let Drake out before these hooligans eat all of the breakfast. Good morning. Ooh, hello. This poor guy had a rough night. Once I did get him into the goat side of the barn, then Daisy started fighting him off because she thought he was going to eat her food. Go on out, Drake. So he just had a rough time of it. Poor guy. How are you girls? Good morning. Is it cold out here? It is, isn't it? It'll warm up later. Charlotte has actually gone broody a couple of times. Hey Charlotte, what you doing? What you doing? You usually lay eggs in the morning. Why are you in the nest box at 5 o'clock in the afternoon? Oh, Charlotte, are you broody? Oh, are you trying to sit on those eggs? Miss Charlotte, are you trying to hatch some eggs? There's not even any duck eggs in there unless you laid one. Oh, I know you're not very happy about that. You gonna let me get those eggs? Nope, there is not even any eggs under there. That's a fake egg and a golf ball. Well, guess you're not doing any harm except not laying. We need to get you guys split up, huh? So I'm hoping we'll be able to use that to our advantage. And maybe once we get them separated, we can give her some eggs to hatch. Oh, speaking of which, she laid an egg today. She hasn't laid an egg in a while, since she went broody. So that's nice. So an interesting thing about birds, I don't know if it's all birds, but chickens and ducks for sure. Once the male has bred with the female, her eggs will be fertile for a couple of weeks after that. So once we split these guys up, we will actually want to keep them in their separate breeds for a couple of weeks before we start collecting eggs to hatch, so that we can have those purebred eggs. The reason for the purebred instead of just doing like a barnyard mix is because we really only want one breed of duck. And we're just trying to narrow down which of the two breeds we want to keep. I am leaning a certain direction, but I wanted to go ahead and hatch out a batch of them, the two different kinds first, before making my final decision. Hi. About 3 feet short. Oops. This isn't obviously the greatest fencing job. We said plenty of times before we were not professional fencers, and probably would be better if I had Mike here helping me, but I don't. So it'll be what it is. As long as it keeps the duck in, that's all that matters. And then I just need to get something to pinch off those last 3 feet. But so duck fence, check. I'm here with handyman husband. Okay, so our thought for the duck feeder is to use a 5-gallon bucket and then put holes in it that are big enough for the ducks to get their heads into it, but small enough that the goats cannot. And then we got to figure out a way to keep the goats from tipping it over. So you've got what is that, a 2.5-inch hole saw? Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully that's big enough because it's the biggest size we have. We're going to try one and then see if we can coax some ducks to try it out, see if it fits.
How high do you want it?
Maybe 3.5.
How much feed are you going to put in it?
Not a ton, but in theory, they have nice long necks. They'll be able to stick their heads in there and get to it. I just don't want the goats to be able to stick their tongues in and get to it. So, I mean, like the bottom at 3.5.
The bottom at 3.5?
Or 3, somewhere around there. Sure, sounds good. Don't fall off and hit my fingers. Okay, let's see how the ducks like it. Let's see, she looks interested. Is she gonna go in there without the chickens? Oh yeah, right away, no issues whatsoever. How's that? All the chickens are like, wait, she's eating. We want to eat? Okay, so that looks like it'll work just right. Don't, Jenny. Works for chickens too, apparently. Get your head out. There you go, duck. Right here, duck. Right there. Here you go. So that'll work. We'll put a couple of holes around there so that all the ducks can have their share. And hopefully that'll work. Alright, so we made this goat-proof duck feeder, hopefully. We went ahead, we screwed some pallet boards on the bottom to kind of help prevent the goats from being able to tump it over. So hopefully that'll work. I'm going to put it over here next to this watering trough because ducks need to drink water while they're eating. So goats are very interested in it. But hopefully they can't reach into it to eat. So, duck feeder, check. She can get her nose in, but I don't know that she can reach the bottom to actually eat anything if there was anything in there, which right now there isn't. What do you think of that, girls? It's not for you. Clearly I need to actually attach that lid before they steal it. What do you think of that, huh? What do you think of that? Apparently plastic tastes good, huh? Okay. One last thing we would like to figure out, but we haven't yet, is a specified place for the ducks to kind of nest and bed down for the night. In the chicken coop, they like going underneath the dropping board because it's nice and secure, and they just feel safe hiding under there. In here, don't really have a place for that right now. Actually, what made me think of it was last night when Drake was in here and Daisy kept chasing him off because she thought he was going to get her food because she's apparently become very food aggressive. So yeah, we wouldn't want the goats to hurt them doing that. So it would be nice to have some kind of a structure that the ducks can kind of get underneath to kind of bed down for the night, lay their eggs somewhere safe. Maybe even go broody. That'd be nice. Because yeah, it's a lot easier for me when they hatch their eggs instead of having to use an incubator. But yeah, so that's one thing that we're just going to kind of see how it goes for a day or two, see how they act, what they kind of do on their own, and kind of go from there and see what changes might need to be made. Okay, so here's my plan. Since the apple yards really enjoy foraging, they're really good at it. In fact, most mornings the girls, the hens, go out to forage before they're even finished with their breakfast. Hello. Hello, how are you? They knew I was talking about them. Hello. Hello. How are you? Hello. So these girls really enjoy foraging, so we'll leave them out here so they can have more area to do that in. Hello. Then the pecans we'll put in the goat pen. Caveat, Charlotte here, the black one, she does not like the apple yard drake, so she's going to stay with this white pecan male here because she really likes him. And then Ducky over there, our gimpy duck, she is really attached to the silver apple yard drake. So even though she's a pecan, I'm going to let her go in with him. Two reasons. One, because they're really attached. And he's a lot smaller than the pecan drake, so less likely to injure her again. And the second reason, because pecans have a tendency towards leg injuries because they get so big so fast, kind of like a Cornish cross chicken. And like that, we don't know how she got hurt, but if it's a genetic defect, I don't really want to keep that going. So by having her in the other pen, I will know exactly which egg is hers and not hatch it. Hi, how are you? Hello. Hello. They don't let me touch them, but the last couple of days they've been getting really close. This is new. Hello. How are you? Hello, Duck Duck. So that's the plan. Hopefully tonight we'll be able to split them up into those pairings and In a couple weeks we'll be able to start collecting eggs to hatch, hoping that Charlotte will hatch them for me, because that would be a lot easier for me, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, I just got back from ladies' Bible study tonight. Hence the change of wardrobe. And Mike, being the wonderful husband that he is, already has everybody locked up. So we're just going to go out and play the shuffle game and get them sorted. I need you to man the door, so.
Oh, yeah.
Because these guys are going to try to go.
That's not going to work
let's
well.
See. We've had pecans on the side, but only specific pecans. Hey guys, oh, it smells so fresh and clean in here. All right. Drake pecan. We're going to make a great divide here. You and you. There's a person in the way. They don't want to go with the person there. Go that way. Go that way. Okay, and then we have a Sally and a nameless duck. Right, come on, guys. Mama, what are you doing out there? And then nameless duck. Oh, Sally. Come on, Sally. Come on, Sally. Oh, and lettuce clean under here. She doesn't realize she's a duck, so she's probably not going to willingly go in there with them. She thinks she's a chicken still. There we go. Okay. Now we have two duck flocks. We got Sally, nameless one, and White Drake, and Charlotte. And then all the other ducky and the nameless ones over there. I cannot get shut. All right, ducks. Good night. All right, you can open the other barn doors. Let those ducks and goats out. Other way. There we go. Hello. You guys gonna come out? See, you guys didn't try this feeder the other day. Let's see if we can figure out where the food is. Yay, duck, 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 ducks. Come here, duck, duck, ducks. Yeah, they didn't try it the other day, so I don't know if they'll realize where the food is. Here, duck, 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 duck. Here, we'll back up. That's where the food is. Charlotte, you see it? You see the food? You see it? Oh, there, he's got it. Do you see that food there? Oh, is your head too big? You do have a giant head. I think Charlotte's got it. Yeah, I see her in there. Did you get some, Big Drake? Well, Charlotte's enjoying it. Maybe if we leave them alone, they're not really super tame. Maybe if we leave them alone, they'll figure it out. He's like, I know there's food over here. They didn't see me pour the food in there, so I don't know that they realize it's there. One of the hens figured it out, that it's in there. She hasn't tried to stick her head in yet. She's just going in circles. She's literally just walking in circles, looking in the holes. There you go. You gotta pause and stick your head in. You gonna go try to eat that? She's not too bright. Almost. You almost got it. Off again. Where do you think the Pekin ducks laid their eggs? Do you think they laid them in a corner?
I think they ate them on my head.
You're so silly. Let's see if we can find them.
I think
Oh, here we go.
They should be in
Here they are.
A loft would,
Right there.
Would be a perfect
It looks like one
place for
Charlotte egg and one Pekin egg.
Yeah.
We need to open this door still.
But how do I open it?
Oh, you can't from the inside. Now let's go get the rest of the eggs. Over in the corner. It's a lot nicer going under there when it's clean, huh?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Zane, kids. Maybe I wish there was 6.
5 isn't too bad. Yesterday, I think, is the first time I've gotten 6 in a while because Charlotte just started laying again. Well, there was fresh bedding under there. Yeah, kicked it out. That's like, thank you. I feel like these. I put an entire bag. Oh, there's an egg on that drop board. I put an entire bag of shavings in here. I used to only use like half a bag and it was fine. I think they're putting less in them now. Because, yeah, that did not go very far. Inflation. Oh, she got her head in. There she goes. She figured it out. What about you, Sally? Did you figure it out? Or is that Sally? These two, unless I can see the tips of their beaks, I can't tell. Sally has a black spot on her tip of her beak. Actually, that far one looks bigger, so that's probably Sally. Sally figured it out. I don't know if Fathead here did. Oh, you're pacing over here because these ladies are over here. Yes, I know. They prefer you, and you prefer them. But you gotta be separate for now. We'll let you back in a while. A couple weeks. Another lovely afternoon out here. I thought I would come out and see how these duckies are doing. I don't think they're too overly fond of being separated. Hello there. You're out here by yourself. Where's your little doppelganger? Huh? Where's your friend? You two are usually together. I don't actually know where she is. But Appleyard Drake is in there with Ducky, just hanging out by themselves. Let's see how these Pekins are doing. Not happy about being locked up, but just chilling. Hello! Hello, hello! Hey girls. Charlotte's over there under the slide. Just chilling. Hi. There's the other girl. She's over there hiding in the shade. I really need to fix that tarp still. Jake? Why are you just hanging out with Ducky, who's looking quite ragged these days? Because they keep fighting over her because she's easy targets. You're supposed to be wooing these ladies. Yeah, you're supposed to be hanging out with all of them, not just her. Where's your confidence, man? Aw, you're so sweet. That's why we left her in there with them. They're so cute together. As you can see, it's been raining out here most of the day, but there's a lull now, so I thought I'd come out here and finish up this video about the ducks by just giving you one last kind of update, I guess you could say, on how they're doing. This morning I did notice that the Pekins had all figured out the feeder, so that was good. I did not get to record it because it was raining. So yeah, they've got that figured out, got all those. So they're all eating good. They are making a mess at the goat pen, especially with all this mud, but they seem to have settled in. Drake, Appleyard Drake over here is still just kind of sticking with Ducky and not really doing his job with the other ladies, but we'll give him a little bit more time there. And yeah, so they're all doing good. So now it's just a matter of waiting a couple weeks for their current fertility to pass and get refertilized. And then we can start hoping to hatch some baby duckies. So until next time, God bless. Don't forget to like and subscribe below, and we'll see you next week.